And hello, one and all, and welcome to my preview and predictions video for WWE FastLane 2016. I'm going to take a look at the upcoming pay-per-view this Sunday, the final stop on the road to WrestleMania 32. This is a fairly important show for WWE. Because it was with this show that we will know more about what the WrestleMania 32 card will start to take shape and form, based on the results that will occur on this show. So I'm interested to see what will happen on this show, based on what happened on Raw and SmackDown this past week. I thought the build, this was a solid week of build for WWE. The first week I felt like in a long time where both shows were good in that category. So definitely my level of hype has increased for Fastlane compared to the weeks previous. So I am definitely looking, somewhat forward to the show. I'm not excited. I don't want to make it sound like I'm truly excited for the show, because I'm not. But I'm interested. That's the best way I can describe it to you. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to give you my preview and predictions for the match card. The matches for the card will also be down below in the description box, so you will be able to see there. So yeah, without further adu, let's take a look at the card. We have 7 matches for the entire card, 1 match for the pre-show, and there is a segment that we will get into as well. So let's start off with the pre-show match, which I'm very surprised that this match is taking place on the pre-show. I was disappointed when they announced it to be on the pre-show, because I thought maybe they would put the Wyatt Family match on the pre-show, but you're going to have that on the main show. It's just like, really? So, whatever. The match will still be really, really good, because this 2 out of 3 falls match for the United States Championship, with Kalisto defending his title against Alberto Del Rio. I hope this is the end of this feud. I just felt like after Royal Rumble, they really should have moved Kalisto on to a new opponent. They obviously wanted to continue this feud, so we're getting this match between Del Rio and Kalisto. I'm picking Kalisto to win this match, move on from his feud with Del Rio, and hopefully I would like to see Neville versus Kalisto for the U.S. title. I've been saying that for a couple months now. I think that would be the great direction to go, to give Neville something to do heading into the biggest show of the year, rather than just throw him into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. So I'm picking Kalisto to retain his United States Championship, and I think this could be a really good match given the 2 out of 3 falls stipulation. So for once, I will actually be watching a match on the pre-show. So I guess if that's their theory, put a good match on the pre-show to get people to watch. They have done this before in the past. I believe with matches like the Shield and the Usos was on the pre-show a couple of years ago, and I think they had a couple other they kept putting the Fatal 4-Way Tag match from WrestleMania 30. That was also a good match. So they've been known to do this, put championship matches on the pre-show. But yeah, I'm picking Kalisto, like I said, for that match. Another match for the show is Ryback, Big Show, and Kane facing these members of the Wyatt family: Luke Harper, Erick, Rowan, and Braun Strowman. I mean, this is fairly obvious. I mean, I don't really care for this match. Probably won't be anything special. It'll just be a match, and it'll be, it's just going to be a match. What more can you say? I'm picking the Wyatt family because that's just the logical, conclusion, right? You would think that the Wyatt family would just, I would have them manhandle and destroy all 3 guys, if you want to keep building them back up to be dominant, ass-kicking monsters. And if you're going to have Bray Wyatt eventually feud with Lesnar going into WrestleMania, I'm sure you want to make them look as strong as possible. So this one's fairly obvious. I have a feeling the Wyatt family will be victorious. Then we have Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. The problem with this is, if we had not seen this match 11 previous times, this might be, oh man, Owens and Ziggler, they're going to go. I'm sure they're going to go in there and have a tremendous match. However, we've seen it, several weeks in a row. And even if it's a great match, like a great song, it's just like you heard it way too many times, and it's just, it's not special. So I hope this is the end of these guys having matches with one another. Owens, he just won the IC title, so like I said, this one's fairly obvious as well. I'm picking Owens to retain his newly won Intercontinental Championship. Then we have Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks teaming up to take on Naomi and Tamina in a tag team match. This will be an okay match, you know. I'm interested to see the dynamic playing off between Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, as we all know their history on NXT, with Sasha taking Becky under her wing, and then Becky going off on her own, and then here we are in the main roster. I want to see how that dichotomy plays out between the two women. I think this could be a good match if given enough time. Naomi's pretty good. Tamina, she's not too bad of a worker herself, and Sasha and Becky are just awesome. So I think they're going to pick up the victory, yeah, no doubt. And at the end of the match, we might see one turn on another, Sasha turn on Becky, you know, to eventually lead to hopefully that triple threat match at WrestleMania with Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky. Do that match. I'd be, you know, I cannot wait for that match if that's the direction they're going to go in for WrestleMania 32. So I'm picking Sasha and Becky to win. Then we have Charlotte defending her Divas Championship versus Brie Bella. Now, going into this several weeks ago, I really had no interest in seeing this match take place at all. It's like, oh, they're just using Brie as a stopgap, you know, between now and WrestleMania to have Charlotte, you know, basically throw a body in there for Charlotte to beat. However, that promo on Monday night, I thought was actually solid. It actually got me more invested into the match, you know, than I previously had been up to that point at all, with Charlotte, you know, calling out Daniel Bryan and Brie, you know, and just saying, you know, what a lousy husband and, you know, wife and whatnot, and just attacking Brie in a personal nature. And obviously it worked because the crowd was behind Brie when she was, you know, kicking Charlotte with the yes chants and whatnot. So I give credit to WWE. They actually managed to get me somewhat hyped for this match compared to having no hype in the previous weeks. I'm fairly certain that Charlotte will retain her Divas Championship, but I would not be surprised, seeing as how Brie is. She said she's going to be leaving in the summer. It wouldn't surprise me if they gave Brie a short run with the Divas Championship. But I'm still going to pick Charlotte to retain her Divas Championship. And finally, we have the two matches and the one segment that I'm looking really forward to the most. We will have Edge and Christian returning to have the New Day on as guests. They're going to have them as guests on the Cutting Edge Peep Show. So that will surely be hilarious entertainment. I cannot wait to see New Day and Edge and Christian together. They did that awesome segment backstage at Raw in September of last year, and I was just laughing my ass off with the kazoos and the trombones. So that will definitely be a highlight of the show. Cannot wait. And also looking forward to Edge and Christian's new show on the network that's going to air after FastLane. So looking forward to that. That should be really funny. And then we have, like I said, the two matches that I'm looking forward to the most. Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles, number 3. There it is. This should be a tremendous match. You know, I thought their match on Raw was good. I thought their match on SmackDown 2 weeks ago was exceptional. And I think this one could definitely be better than that match on SmackDown, and that's saying a lot. I think every time these guys step in the ring with one another, they get more and more comfortable, and they're one fall apiece. Jericho with the victory on SmackDown, AJ with the victory on his Raw debut. I could see this one going either way, which I like. You know, you're not sure who's going to win. However, if I had to pick, I'm going to pick AJ. I love AJ. I love that the crowd's behind him. He is fastly becoming one of my favorites in World Wrestling Entertainment to watch, and that's why I'm going to pick him to be victorious in his match against Chris Jericho. So yeah, that should be an awesome match. And then finally, we have the main event of the evening. It'll be a triple threat match to determine the number 1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, who will face Triple H at WrestleMania 32. It's going to be the lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose, stepping in there with Roman Reigns versus the Beast, Brock Lesnar. We all know the last time that there was a triple threat match with Brock Lesnar, it was a match of the year candidate. I could see that happening with this match. So fucking pumped for it. And it's fairly obvious if you've heard my past videos who I want to see win this match. Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose deserves to win this match. Dean's on fire right now. I would kill to see Dean Ambrose versus the Authority. You let the lunatic fringe go off the cuffs heading into on the road to WrestleMania on Raw and whatnot, and I think it can make for some compelling television. You know, the underdog, you know, the unhinged, unfringed, you know, somebody that the Authority would not want as champion, because let's be honest, they would rather, I mean, Roman Reigns would be, I don't get why they don't want him as champion, because, you know, deep down they do, so which would make more sense to turn Reigns heel, because he fits the prototype look that they're looking for, just saying. I feel like if they would give it to Reigns, it would, you know, be predictable. He would obviously get the belt back at Mania with Triple H, and they'd have a big celebration, and I just feel like the crowd's more behind with Dean, so don't you want to go with who the crowd is more behind excuse me, I can't use the right word there, and just go with it, you know? I'm just worried they're going to have Dean in there and just to take the pinfall, and that would suck. Because he lost the IC title, so you're giving me hope that he's actually going to win. I mean, I had no hope going into, you know, when they announced this match, but they really put the focus on Dean, and I felt like it's just been making the show that much better. So I'm pulling for Dean Ambrose. He's my pick to win this triple threat match to face the Game, Triple H, at WrestleMania 32. So yeah, those are my predictions for Fastlane 2016. Let me know down in the comments section your predictions for the match card. Always enjoy that discussion down below. Thank you all for watching this video. Please click that like and subscribe button for more video content. And with that, I will see you in my next video. And with that, I am out. Peace.